Holding your team members accountable for their tasks without micromanaging is a common management dilemma. We learn early in our careers that the key to our effectiveness is building a team around us that can get things done without the need for us to constantly step in and do things that others can and should do. In this way, we free up time to get on with managing the team rather than individual work tasks, moving away from delivery and execution to enablement and facilitation. Hi, I'm Nikos Rosidis, CEO, management consultant, and author. This channel is devoted to raising your managerial competence, and each episode covers a core skill or competency. The temptation to constantly be involved in everything your team does is quite powerful, especially for certain personality types. This is particularly so for those who feel that they need to always be in control. The extreme end of the spectrum are what we call control freaks, or those who always strive for perfection, who can't settle for good enough, the typical perfectionist. Of course, there are instances when we need to be very hands-on, like when we are training new staff or trying to coach an underperforming employee. But we need to always keep in mind that doing this too frequently is a sign of poor management and typically leads to team dysfunction. So as managers, we need to set boundaries. Controlling all aspects of our team's work and demanding constant updates is simply not an effective way of managing teams and organizations.
Hello, Peter. What's happening? We have sort of a problem here. Yeah, you apparently didn't put one of the new cover sheets on your TPS reports.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry about that. I forgot.
Yeah. You see, we're putting the cover sheets on all TPS reports now before they go out. Did you see the memo about this?
Yeah, but it's not shipping out till tomorrow, so there's no problem.
Yeah. If you could just go ahead and make sure you do that from now on, that would be great. And I'll go ahead and make sure you get another copy of that memo. Okay?
Yeah, no, I
Bye-bye,
have
Peter.
the memo. I've got it. It's right.
Hello, Phil.
So here are some downsides to micromanagement. By not striking the right balance, we get dragged into execution rather than spending time on planning, facilitating, and enabling. Assigning tasks to your team and distributing work ensures that your team does more. Freeing up your time to add value and deal with big picture issues. Employees crave autonomy and flexibility in their work. A domineering and controlling boss detracts from that. In fact, poor delegation is one of the causes of employee dissatisfaction that may lead to high levels of attrition. Research shows that micromanagement is among the top 3 reasons why employees leave companies, by stifling creativity, creating mistrust, causing stress, and demotivating.
And this is me expressing myself, okay? There it is. I hate this job. I hate this goddamn job and I don't need it.
Failing to hire well during recruitment and selection can cause long-term damage as it creates a mismatch between team needs and capabilities. So, what are we to do? How can we give our team the latitude they need to succeed and learn? How should we prioritize what matters? And how do we get comfortable stepping back? So here are 4 tips to deal with this conundrum. Number 1, set expectations. Clearly communicate goals and expectations at the outset. Get everyone aligned on what success looks like, listen to their perspective, and share your experiences and insight. At the same time, provide adequate resources to them to be able to function effectively. Organizational support is key. Don't forget that it is a two-way street. Number 2, hire the right people. The hiring process is all important in ensuring the right people join your team with the right mix of character traits and capabilities. So make sure you build a well-functioning team that you can trust to perform well, without you getting into minutiae of execution and delivery. Of course, context matters. It depends on the job and the traits you identify as important for success in a given role. But one thing is vitally important. Teams benefit from having people with different strengths so as to complement each other. It makes sense to strive for diversity. Number 3, coach and mentor to enable good performance. Guide more, meddle less. Give constructive feedback and then get out of the way. And when you deem it helpful, ask for slices of work, like a couple of paragraphs of a new marketing campaign idea to inform, praise, and give guidance and feedback. Number 4, let go of perfectionism. Don't let perfect be the enemy of good. Micromanagement is the ultimate command and control management style. It's demoralizing and inefficient, as the desire for control to make sure everything goes to plan tends to create problems down the road. While micromanagement is sometimes useful, in small, highly time-restricted projects. This usually results in managers losing track of the larger picture, while at the same time demotivating the team, if not done as a temporary intervention. This is also true when we need to closely track and monitor work, such as during onboarding new employees or when carrying out experimental or highly sensitive work. The problems arise if this approach becomes your norm. In fact, it's impossible to scale micromanagement, by which I mean that as teams grow, you may no longer be able to keep up with all the tasks you've come to handle if micromanagement is your usual routine. So consider delegation as one of your key managerial priorities. The sooner you achieve the right balance, the more effective you can become as a manager. So long for now, and see you in the next episode.